What is up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? My name is Naomi. Welcome to House of Miscellania, and today I have a little bit of happy mail. This comes from Art Dot via their Amazon store. So thank you very much, Art Dot, for sending this along, and I already know what I'm getting, so let's tear right into it. The way they packaged this was interesting, but I've got some Art Dot diamond painting trays. They're connectable, stackable storage. These are the large size, and they have anti-spill. I think their box here is pretty interesting. My understanding is that this comes with 10 trays in 2 different sizes, but let's see. It's got connection instructions, disassembly instructions, stacking instructions. I guess it has a scoop. Yeah, let's find out. It says 6 large trays, 4 Samol trays, 1 brush, and 1 drill scoop. All right, let's get into it. Let's see. Let's pop that open. See, you can use these tweezers for so much. Always put the thingy back on them, though. All right, let's find out. So this comes from Art Dot, like I said, via their Amazon store. It's the only place that you can get them. I will have that linked below. But, oh, there's 3. Okay. Okay, we got a little scoop. All right, and they're connected to each other. Oh, look at that. No cats allowed. That's cute. So these are, not only are they stackable with each other, how do they stay? Oh, okay. They kind of lock into each other when they stack. Not like lock, but because there's a little ridge on along the bottom there. You can see there that little ridge. That little ridge goes inside of the next, and you can stack them. The very nice thing about these, you guys, for 10 trays, 6 large and 4 small, $10. $10. That is not bad. And the nice thing is you can use this for a drill scoop if you want to. Like, let's say you don't want to pour out your stuff. You can scoop them out this way, and then if they get stuck inside the grooves here, you can use the little brush to brush them out. And usually, I'll end up using my fingers, but if I've got a little brush to get them out, that's kind of cool. But that said, they have these locking mechanisms on the side of them here. There's some notches and then notches here. So they're connected right now, but you just pull them up or down. Let's see. You can see together that they're together like that, right? And you can unstick them or whatever by just sliding them up or down, right? Slide them in, slide them out. So you can have them sitting next to each other, or again, because they have this ridge on the bottom, you can stack them. So if you're the type of person that you like to tray up and get your things together that way, you can do them like that, or what have you. I enjoy myself personally this sort of a pour spout. That's not everybody's cup of tea. People like to have, the spout here with either a stopper on it, whatnot. But I personally enjoy them like this. Now, I've got their 64 holder storage, which I absolutely adore. Let's see. I'm just going to pour some in here. Of course, I had to pick blue, which is the same color. Let's see how the grooves are a good size. And the only thing that I can say is they don't like to slide around back and forth very well. That could just be because it's new plastic, but I am noticing that's a little bit of an issue. That could also be why they've included the brush. Now, I would put my thumb on this thing here when I brush them down. Yeah, it could just be because they're really new because see, they're sticking. It's probably static. So I might go over these with an anti-static. Yeah, they're really wanting to stick on there. I think it's the static. I would go over these probably with a fabric softener sheet beforehand, because otherwise you could end up with the drills really sticking to it. But otherwise, yeah, I want to see how they pour into this thing. Because I am used to using cat-proof trays, so I don't mind the pour spout being right there. They seem to pour okay into a container. I don't mind that. But again, sorry for the jingling. Bowie is right next to me, scratching herself like a silly girl. But yeah, that said, I think that's probably static, and that's why they're wanting to stick on. The grooves seem to be pretty deep on the smaller trays, so that might be something that you got to deal with. Let me get a different color aside from blue. That might work a little bit better. I don't have a fabric softener sheet right here. I have little squares in there. Maybe I can try that. But they're a little bit deeper on the shorter little guy. See that now that's working okay. That's not too bad. And aside from a little static, they don't really want to come out of the end of it. And that could be, let's see. Oh, I see, because of the little pour area. So, or the back of the tray here where these grooves are, there's a slight groove right there in the plastic. So that might be a little bit of an issue, really a tiny issue. That said, you know, like if you're expecting them to come right out of these last grooves here, because of that, you see how it's almost perfect right where that little ridge is that you can see in the plastic from underneath. So that's why they're not immediately coming out of that little spot. So that's, not really a huge deal. Although it is something to watch for in the trays. That's probably why they didn't want to come out of there too. But that's just something, it's minor. It's not any major deal. But if you were expecting it to come right out of there, that'd be something to watch for. Which is why I guess that brush is handy, for getting it out of that little spot, right? But that said, you can honestly fit it right inside of their little Tic Tac tray. And there's enough room in there that it'll just, boop, go right in. That's actually really handy. Now, I also have their round, put the lid on this so I don't knock it over, right? Because that'd be cute. I also have their round ones. These are also available on their site. I will put a link to both in the description. And if you would like to save 10% on an Art Dot purchase on their site, you can. I also have a code for Amazon. I'm still trying to figure out how to use that. But I believe that might even save you 20%. But here's their round style container. I want to see how that works with these here trays. So let's see. These are squares. So I want to see rounds and I want to see squares go into these things, right? So with squares honestly work even better. Look at that. Ooh, look at it. That's beautiful. Love it. Okay. And then when you're ready, see, now the squares are pretty much coming right out. I do like that. There's just a slight, and I don't know if it's that little ridge. It just doesn't want to go past that little ridge. It's something to watch for, okay? These little ridges that are in there. So for Art Dot, I know they'll end up viewing this video. That is something that you might want to consider trying to figure out how to flatten out, is that slight little ridge that's right there, because it does keep the drills from wanting to go out of the end. Not every time, but yeah, see, I'm pushing on it. It doesn't want to come out of there because it stops it. So that might be something that you might want to consider figuring out how to smooth out for Art Dot. I would really give that the only point against it. And then I want to see how these pour back into the round container, right? Put it in there. Again, I like that it has, like, it fits almost perfectly inside of it, and there's just enough space where it comes out of that pour spout and into their containers. I do enjoy that. But I am not a person who kits up into trays. So to me, the fact that they stack or that they lock, the stacking is good for storage purposes for me, like putting them away. I do enjoy that, that they stack together for that. Very neat. I do think that the little no cats allowed thing on the bottom is very cute. The only thing I suppose that could be an issue is if you pick up the whole stack and you'd end up dumping all of your drills out of there. It would be really cool if they figured out a way to put a stopper on the end, I think. Not necessary, but, and then, you know, if you are a person who does stack up into trays, or kit up into trays, I do think it's really cool that these lock together and you can have them in a row. That's quite good for people who do that sort of dealy. That's pretty cool, I think, that you can line them up that way. And then, like I said, you get these 6 large trays and 4 small trays for $10. You really kind of can't beat that. Ooh, can't beat that price, right? Cannot beat that price. But as for like the little minor thing where the drills don't want to come out of there because of that tiny, tiny little ridge, you see that plastic right there. I would give these a 4 out of 5. But other than that, I mean, I can't find a fault for them. Having some sort of a set-on lid also might be nice. The way that these sort of stack onto each other, if you could find a lid for the top that would just set inside of it like that, that'd be another thing that I think it would benefit Art Dot to come up with. So in case they are watching this, maybe a couple ideas for you. Get some sort of a stopper that could set in there and then getting a top to go on it. But other than that, you guys, I mean, give it a try. $10. I've got the link down below if you want to check them out for yourself. They are an Amazon exclusive through Art Dot. And yeah, go check them out. Otherwise, you guys, as always, I hope that wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world, that you are having a beautiful morning, evening, or afternoon. Don't forget to like, comment below. Do you have these trays? And subscribe if you like more diamond painting content from somebody who's a little bit of a nut like me. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Let's see here. Oh, stuck in there. Does not want to come out. I'm not sure why it does not want to come out, but dropping stuff. Why are they not wanting to come out? What is going on here? They're like really, really stuck in there. Okay, let me open the other end of the box then.